Buklic, brilliant from Di Gennaro. Adigwe back to business as usual. Heavy offload into that corner, but that was set up by Daniele Santarelli's wife, Monica Di Gennaro. Timeout and another early one in set two called by Federico Chiavagatti of Firenze. Back to my Club Italia point, so many initiatives in Italy that allow players to develop through the system, which is why there's such a strong domestic scene. That transfers through to the Italian women's team being one of the best in the world right now. Igwe, who just simply hammers it as hard as she can. Hi caramba, she's playing well. 8 points for Adigwe as she works it off Milicevic. Second one where neither group of players is completely sure which way this is going. Well, in a high-pressure season, the start of the season was tough for Conegliano. The build-up into the World Club Championships. Got them stuck on this rotation. That doesn't last particularly long, though, does it? Silla, the next player to come up with power. Right, I personally want to see this Fatoumata Silla's hybrid service develop. But I think Santarelli's sent her right to the back here. This might just be standard float, we'll see. No, giving herself a bit of room to hit it, and hits it well. Good control by Firenze, and they just about make the point on the edge of the envelope there. Agrofolio with a good save to Acciari, who knows she was fairly lucky with that shot. Buklic, quite an unusual serve this. So the ball toss, she tends to look like she throws it a little behind her, and then she gets really heavy loop on the ball. So it comes to the baseline quite deep. It's tough to handle. Wow. I mean, they are just turning this board for fun, Conegliano. Gabby, the true pro, in on the angle. 2 blockers, 2 defenders. Point Gabby. Back to the same style of service that we saw from Silas. So float ball toss for Lubian. Then a top spin hit. Dealt with by Villani. She's a good competitor, Villani. Great player to be able to call on. Oh, jeez. I mean, how many times am I going to say that today? This is unreal. Some of these shots are just superb. And Jenna Ewer is in really good rhythm with her hitters here. Lubian gets to go again. The danger will be that she catches one right. That's it. Oh, it's a good pass. Tanasi passes it well, and that's nicely used out wide on the slide from Acciari. So a couple of quick points for her in the last 5. Tanasi with the serve. Like the way Tanasi's defended at 6. Element of Gabby about what she's doing in the backcourt. Nice and mobile, moving around, finding the gaps to cover. Forces Gabby away from the net. Gabby forced to volley. That set not on the money from Ewart, and that allows Firenze to score. Francesca Villani might keep her place on court ahead of Nolema with this display. Tanasi, another good serve, better pass from Gabby, and a fiery swing out of the back line from Adigwe. We haven't mentioned Adigwe's name for a little while, but that's taken her to double figures, first athlete to get there. 10 points then for Merit Adigwe, who I think has been so impressive tonight. Ewart to serve. Ball is excellent. Yeah, it's good work. Villani's stabilised this Firenze performance at the moment, just getting a few touches and helping her team on. Player that's played in Poland with WOT-OG, played for Busto, played for Chieri, Scandici, and then went to Novara, but Didn't stay there. Transferred here to Firenze and has had a bit of court time. They just can't deal with Gabby at the moment. She's fixing that angle beautifully, and because she's such a great cross-body hitter, it's causing the blockers all sorts of problems, because if you go and cover the angle she's coming in at, you just open everything up down the line. And they're getting caught half and half at the moment, which is playing into Gabby's hands. She will serve next. 17-11 then. Tricky one. Well passed by Tanase. And well hit by Villani, but again, the block is solid, and Munarini is getting hip to hip most of the time. And if you do that, you can take away that middle seam. The big way scores again. Good pass from Villani under pressure, but not a great set to follow from Agrofolio. Silla's getting all out of shape at the moment. Going to get another go here. And tips again. Well, if it ain't broken and all that, but she's not quite finding her hitting rhythm this evening. Fatoumata Sylla, what she is doing though, is she's trying to make sure she scores, even under pressure. So, opposite is out. Vanja Bukalic of Serbia leaves the court. In comes Italy's Agata Zuccarelli. New right-sider on court for Firenze. She tips. That's her first contribution, easily defended. And at last, Sylla decides to unload on one, and she's nearly put it into the Firenze bench. Still doing absolutely fine in the game. Sylla's on 8, Gabby's on 7, Adigwe on 11, so 3 key scorers for Conegliano were firing. And that one fired well out by Agrofolio. Made her debut back in 2012. Beatrice Agrofolio for Casalmaggiore. Been around this Serie A for a long time. Good shot. Malesevic's favoured hit is to hit away from her body into the angle, but she's turned it back to the line very nicely. Full marks to the Firenze fans, trying to keep the atmosphere going, and couldn't resist, could she? And I like that from Jenna Ewart. Here we go, Fatoumata. You got the first one wrong, have another go. And she's nailed it. Adigwe back to the scary serve. 12 points in the bag, positive scoreboard. She can hit this as hard as she wants. And she's hit it very hard. Velopi's done well. Power tip, forced through the block. Good bit of thinking from Tanase. Good character being shown by Firenze, because this is an ugly game to have to play in when things are so heavily weighted in favour of Conegliano. Adigwe tips. Too good. Marcevic has to cover a lot of ground there. But there we go. They're trying not to let this affect them too much. They've done really well with the win against Busto 3-1. That guaranteed safety in Serie A. So tonight is just a, have a go, see what happens. There's a bigger game against Bergamo to concentrate on. They've also got to play Novara. Feeling is they've got to win one of those to stop Busto. Ace then. And the hybrid from Sylla working. Worked for one anyway. Zuccarelli gets her first point of the game. stopping Conegliano too short of a 2-0 lead. Been around a while, Zuccarelli, but mostly in the lower divisions. Enjoying her shot at Serie A with Firenze. Set points then, plenty of them, courtesy of Gabby, who's now finding the floor with ease. And for the first time tonight, in comes backup libero Serena Sconomilio in the regular team shirt. So this is a basic serving defence substitution. It's a good serve. Overpass is defended. Hit well by Tanase, but the block is up to it. And a good, cheeky, fast middle set to Acciari, who's actually had a good game tonight. She's scoring pretty well, serving well. And in amongst all those positives for Firenze, they still face 8 set points against them. Tanase with the serve. Good serve. Well picked off by Sconomilio. Oh, just huge from Gabby. And a muted round of applause from the coach. 25-16, his team are putting on a bit of a masterclass at the moment. Conegliano lead Firenze by 2-0. (25-17)